Friends, let us observe management of this posterior subcapsular cataract with very soft nucleus. By this time, the incisions have been made and visco has been applied in the anterior chamber. Now, capsular excess is being done with the help of a utrata forceps. The anticapsule is torn and the capsular tag is raised by the tip of the utrata forceps. The capsular tag is guided anticlockwise all around and a fairly round rhexis is achieved. Size of this rhexis is about 5.5 millimeter. And now hydrodissection and hydrodelineation is to be done. BSS and a 27 gauge cannula is being used. The fluid wave went to the other side, hydrodelineation was done, some more hydro, but still the nucleus, the lens mass doesn't rotate. But I was not at all bothered because this is a soft nucleus. We can manage even if we don't do hydro. So I decide to go in. The tip of the phaco needle is introduced into the anterior chamber with its bevel towards the lens mass. Some cortical lens matter is aspirated. And now I hold the edge of the nucleus and lift it off. It stands out and it is emulsified in no time. Now the main thing is removal of this epinucleus. Just do this sweeping motion and it tumbles, and in a few seconds the epinucleus is removed. And now we have a lot of cortical lens matter remaining in this case. I inject visco. In this case I am going to remove whole of the cortex with the 23G Simcoe cannula through the main incision. I am not going through the side port. I remove the cortex, subincisional cortex first, and then go all around and remove the cortex in no time. This is a real-time surgery, totally unedited. So the cortical cleanup has been very satisfactory with this very simple, very economic instrument. And now hydro polish means polishing of the posterior capsule with irrigating probe, with irrigating cannula is done. The fluid jet is directed towards the posterior capsule and sweeping motion is carried out, and all the cells sticking to the posterior capsule are dislodged. In this case I am going to use a B cartridge because this is a very thick lens, Technis 1, and the 2.8 millimeter incision becomes about 3 millimeter, and this is hydro implantation of the intraocular lens, Technis 1 from Johnson & Johnson. The lens goes in the capsular bag. The lens is dialed by the irrigating cannula itself, and now the side port, and only one side port was made in this case. The side port is closed by hydrating corneal stroma on either side of this stab wound. The main incision doesn't require any hydration. It is self-sealing in almost 99.9% of my cases. This is the final lavage of the anterior chamber. Speck of cortex that was there at 6 o'clock is removed. The antechamber is formed very nicely. The intraocular pressure is kept on the higher side. And now Integrity of the incisions are checked. There should not be any leakage. Not a drop of PSS should come out. And few drops of moxie is applied with the ocular surface, and the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention. So even if the nuclear mass doesn't rotate, we can manage.